Tava Nation, happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday, Tava Nation. Listen, make sure that you're tagging your teams, make sure everybody's on here. I see Joseph Newman on there with the what up, doe. I see you, man. I see you. I see you. Man, we have a jam-packed show here tonight. Today, rather, let's see who's all on here today. So make sure that you all are inviting everybody in. Of course, my name is Kevin Harris. I want to welcome all of our brand spanking new teammates that are on here to Tava Nation. We welcome you guys. Congratulations to each and every one of you all who decided to aboard the ark here. So we're super excited to have you today for Tava Speaks. So make sure that you're tagging everybody. So because as every week, so it's nuggets that are being dropped on here by the guests. So make sure that you're tagging your teams. And but let's see who's on here. I hope you all were on last night on Wealth Building Wednesday. Man, when I tell you Wealth Building Wednesday was amazing. I tell you, if you missed that, you definitely want to go back and, check it out. It's all about the money, but we're going to here at Tava make sure that you guys are making sure that you're taking care of your money. So make sure that you go back and catch that show if you missed it last night. I watched it 3 times because there were some terms in there and some things that I wasn't aware of. And so it's all about making the right investments once you start making the money. So with that being said, big shout out to our corporate staff. I see you, Megan. You all give Megan a huge shout out. Megan makes this thing go day in and day out. So Megan, thank you so much for all that you do. Charlene Thomas, how are you, Charlene Thomas? I see you on here. South Carolina, you're always in South Carolina or Maryland somewhere. I can't keep up with you. Jenny, it is so good to see you on here today as well. I see you, Wanda Hall. Donald Carter, what's going on, Donald Carter, man? Marguerite Faison, I see you. Jessica Marie. There's so many people that are chiming in. Sandra Anthony, Tammy Clark. Hey, girl, your rank has been pulled. It's been pulled. You are normally first on Tava Speaks. Hey, Pastor Sean up in New York City. How are you? I see you. I see you, Donna Brooks. Nina Rochelle Moore. I see you, Nina Moore. I see you. All right. As she would say, we are live. We're live. Shelly Brown, I see you. What's up, Jessica Marie? Jessica Marie, I see you all over social media, advertising these amazing products, putting it out there. I see you all the time. Roz, you all give Ms. Roz a shout out too. Roz Board, she's a part of our corporate staff there, really making it happen. Guess what? I will be at the corporate office on Monday. So cannot wait to see the entire corporate staff on Monday. Crystal Harris. Crystal, I know I owe you a text, but I didn't respond because I didn't know the answer. Okay, so give me time. Probably want to call Megan. She'll give you the answer. Okay, so Pamela Butte, speak a little Spanish for us. You all give Pamela Butte a shout out. She's a Spanish teacher up there in Gwinnett County, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I see you, Stephanie. I see you. Okay, so listen. Make sure that you're tagging everybody. Make sure that everybody's chiming in, and because we're super excited. Today is Thursday. You all know what it means. Thursday. It is closeout day here at Tava, where you all are closing out the week here at midnight Central. You are closing strong, and it is going to be some amazing things that happen here today. So make sure that you all stay tuned. We'll talk about that later, but make sure you're closing out strong here today. And also we're closing out the end of the month in a few days as well. So time is flying by. For January. Big shout out to all my January babies. If your birthday was in January, big shout out to you. Happy birthday to each and every one of y'all. Edith Bell says she's watching. Edith, what are you watching? Hey, Hazel Honor, I see you from California. I see you. But listen, so we have a lot to cover here today. But before we do, I'm super excited about what's about to take place in February. February is going to be an amazing month. This month has been amazing. Records were broken here at Tava. People are starting to, come aboard the ark. People are changing their life with these amazing products. I love hearing all the testimonials that we hear every single day at the corporate office, text, email. You guys are super amazing. So continue to get those products out. That's really what it's about. And but I'm super excited because Shante Lloyd is having a brunch February 20th. February 20th. You want to make sure that you tune in for this event here. It's for the ladies. It is for the ladies, but I'm going to bust in some kind of way because I want to hear what's going on. And so you're going to hear from Lachelle Pierre, Tanya Rockmore, and Megan. And it's going to be several others on there as well. But you want to make sure that you tune in. The last event for the ladies, I understand it was a lot of fun. So make sure that you tune in for that event. You're going to see more to come out about this as well. And so I'm super excited. Now, also, let me just say, Jamaica, put in the chat if you all are going to Jamaica. I want you all to put in the chat, it was just released last night that we're inviting the first 100 people. If you book your room, if you go to tavaevents.com and book your room, you can put down a deposit. You can put down a deposit. We're not going to ask for all the money, but I need you to put in the chat if you're going to Jamaica. If you're going to Jamaica, put in there Jamaica Me. Put in there Jamaica Me. We want to hear you all, whether you earn the trip, whether you're paying for the trip, put Jamaica Me in the chat right now. So, Rock, I need you to Jamaica Me, baby.
You asked for it. You got it. Grab your passport and join us in Jamaica. You deserve a vacation, and we want you to come to Montego Bay. Enjoy the beautiful beaches, majestic waterfalls, and Jamaican cuisine. Tava Nation, the shores of Jamaica have been open to the first 100 distributors that book their excursion. You will have the opportunity to enjoy the luxurious Secrets Wild Orchid Resort. It's time to see yourself by the pool enjoying your favorite beverage or maybe dining at one of their world-class restaurants. At the resort, everything is inclusive. Join the Jamaican excursion Tava style. Our very own CEOs Kenny and Shante Lloyd will host an exclusive masterclass for qualifying executive directors and above, plus a world-class dinner. The executive team decided unanimously to welcome every Tavan to Jamaica, so join us as we extend our corporate rates. Pack your bags and we'll see you in Jamaica. Remember, there are limited rooms available, so make sure you go to tavaevent.com for more details.
Jamaica Me Man, Jamaica Me Man. Listen, put in the chat again if you're going. Look, you do not want to miss it. So these rooms are going fast. They're going fast. Make sure you're putting a deposit down. If I were you all, I would be calling the travel agent soon as Tava Speaks is over. Make sure that you go to tavaevents.com to get the info. So you don't want to wait. You don't want to be 101 saying, man, can you please squeeze me in? Don't do it. Don't do it because we only have room for 100. That's why we open it up. So we want to make sure that everybody come and enjoy the Tava experience because I'm so excited. I can go now. I think they're going to send me from Houston. When I leave Houston on Wednesday, I think they're going to send me to Jamaica to check out the resort. Let's see if that can happen. Okay. So, but I'm super excited. So I hope you all are super excited as well. So make sure that you go to tavaevents.com to get the information and hold your spot. Hold your spot. Isn't that right, Rocky? Hold your spot because it's going to be a lot of fun. So listen, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm always excited. I get excited about Thursdays. I don't leave the house on Thursday because, I get to interview or speak to some of the best of the best. All of you are great, by the way. But I get an opportunity to speak with these people all the time, to come on Tava Speaks because they have some amazing stories and I hear the stories before they come on. And I just think it's amazing. Just all walks of life or partnering with this amazing company because of the products. They get involved with the products and they get super excited about the products and they begin to share their testimonial, and it just begins to grow for them organically. And that's what it's about. So, and I'm super excited to bring these two young ladies on here today because I've been watching both of them and I've interacted with both of them here, one here for the last year and the other one for a few months now. And every time I talk to them, they're super excited and they're engaged. They're engaged into what's happening here at Tava. And they're both professional gals. And so who I'm going to bring up first, let's toss a coin and see who wants to go first. They're in the waiting room right now. Whoever raises their hand first is who I'm going to go. Well, both raise their hand. So I'm going to go with Dr. Tolliver here today. Hey, Dr. Cheryl, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Dr. Tolliver, I decided to go with you because it just hit me. You are busy. You're at the office today. And so you're probably going to be seeing the little babies in a little bit. So
I wish they were only the little babies. We go up to 18. So some of them are not so little.
You know what? That's so funny. When I think I went to my pediatrician until I was like 20.
I have some I have to push out the door. Adult medicine is a whole different world.
It is. But, once you get attached to, your pediatrician, for me, I just remember, I remember my pediatrician's name. I didn't want to leave, but you're absolutely right. But we thank you so much for, all your contributions here at Tava, because you're on the calls here. You're on different calls, and, you just serve, and, people hear your testimonial about the products, but I want you to, know that we appreciate you and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So tell everybody where you're from, Dr. Tolliver, because I just found out today.
I'm from Valdosta, Georgia, and I actually moved away for many years and moved back about 10 years ago. My mom still lives here and I have family members here. So I moved back home about 10 years ago. So that's where I practice.
In Valdosta. And where did you say you moved from?
Oh, I've been here and there. I moved here from Albany, and before that I was in Orlando, which is where I met Dr. Bramwell when I did residency in Orlando, and before that Atlanta and DC. So I've been around.
You've been around for a while. We've been around. So you just said the name Dr. Nicole Bramwell. So that's who introduced you to Tava, correct?
Yes, that's correct. As I stated, she was one of my attendings when I was in residency. Medicine is my second career. I was an engineer before, and I started medical school when I was 35 and met Dr. Bramwell as I said, in residency. And she reached out to me a couple of months ago to tell me about the products. And the first thing I said was, I'm interested in the product, but I'm not going to sell anything. I'd looked at the labels. I was impressed at what was in them. And I said, I'll try it. And I tried it. And initially I signed up for, I think, the complete pack. And within a week, I went ahead and ordered the builder's pack and said, I'm going to do this.
Right.
So here I am.
Well, listen, let's go back. So, this is your second career. Now you're in your third career. Okay, we'll jump into that in a minute.
Okay.
But engineer, what type of engineer were you and are you?
My degree is in industrial engineering, but mostly I worked with software in missile systems division. So.
Okay. All right. So not only are you an engineer, but you're also a pediatrician, and now you are Tavan. So. Yes. And I had an opportunity to, speak with your husband a couple of weeks ago. And, he said some things. You guys, I don't know about you, but I know he said he was looking to retire. He's an engineer as well, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I have a great memory. And he said that he was, looking to transition out and, to see what he's going to do. And so he said Tava. So talk to us about that. I should have brought him on here too. So.
Well, he's a little bit closer to retirement than I am. And we've been talking about it for a while, and he has been thinking about doing something else. And once I jumped on the arc, he's been checking it out, and he decided that this may be the place for him too. So we're kind of on the ship together.
Yeah. So what do you see? You, like you said, you have been a part, you start using the products. Dr. Bramwell introduced you to the product, but what do you see here at Tava that's just making you, I don't want to say yes, but just continue to move forward, not just with the products, but just sharing the products with people and getting the income out of it as well?
Well, there are actually a couple of things. If I tell you that I graduated from medical school over 20 years ago, I have my own private practice and I still owe medical school debt, would that surprise you? Probably not. Everybody talks about the cost of medical school and it's horrendous. I love being a pediatrician. I plan to continue being a pediatrician. Last year, we were blessed with our first grandchild, and I want to be a pediatrician, but I want to spend time with my grandchild too. I want to do this on my own basis. From Tava, I see a way of earning enough income to pay off some debt and to do what I love, but at the same time, be able to do the other things that I love. So yes, I'm looking at the money aspect of it, but more importantly than that, I see real benefit from the products. I tried them. I know that they work. The health industry is big, and I'm excited about them. It's one of those things, as Nina Rochelle Moore says, you just share it. You're excited. You talk to people about it, and they see that you're excited about it, and they say, "Where can I get that?" And it's a lot easier than you would think. I mean, it's still work as work goes, but it's one of those things that you have to be willing to share something that makes you happy.
Yeah, you know what, you're absolutely right. And first off, again, I want to thank you for even being in the industry and having enough courage to do what you're doing, because right now is different in the times that we're living in right now. But like you say, you continue to love it because you have a passion for it, and that's what's really important. But you said something key. You want to spend time with your family, but to have those expenses and bills that you talked about and that you obtained from medical school, they're still there, and it's nothing like having that peace of mind once those bills are paid. So I know you have been sharing the products there at your practice. You want to share with everybody exactly what you've been doing, because I know you just, like you told me, you didn't have to, but your staff, they're big believers in the product as well too right now.
Right. It's been great. I've had people who have come in, oh, I'm so tired, with that afternoon fog. And I said, try this coffee. And so I have regular takers for my coffee. And I've had some other complaints. And I was like, you need to try the tea. And I'll tell you what I did for everybody. They got little sample sachets for Christmas presents. And so I have a little sign up. I have the sachets prepared in a coffee cup, and I say, you can just cash app me, and I trust them, and I'll see my cash app with a little on it, and my cup is a little less empty the next day. So it's great. Earlier this week, one of my nurse practitioners said, I want to try that juice. You didn't tell me about the juice. And I said, I'm pretty sure I did. And so I had to go home at lunchtime and get her a bottle of the Valet 30, and it is still on her desk. She did not take it home to share with her family. So she is using her Valet at work, and it's great. I come in, I annoy everybody with my happiness and good feelings because I'm using all of the products, and I'm trying to figure out a way to have a display so that my customers can come in and see and understand that they can share in this too. Yesterday, I actually took a note from Tiana's testimony, and I had a mom with a baby with dry skin who's breastfeeding, and her milk is slowing down. And I strongly suggested to her that she consider using the Valet 30. And so I'm waiting for her to get back to me on that, but she was really excited to hear it. And I told her, we don't make any medical claims, but I have a business partner who says this has really worked for her and her baby. So.
Yeah, well, I have an idea for you. After this Tava Speaks, I want you to call me right away. I definitely have it for you. I have a way for you to display the products there, and
Okay.
you're going to be excited about it too. So you're not even really going to have to talk. And I got this idea from an OBGYN here in Atlanta. Okay. So call me right afterwards. We have a lot of fun with that. Okay. Even though you are selling the products out of your practice, that's amazing. So talk, you say you use all 4 of the products. What is your favorite product? And, talk to us about what the products have really done for you. And tell your husband's testimonial as well, too.
Well, my favorite product is the coffee. And that's because I am a coffee drinker and I love the taste of it. And it's smooth. And I have always been so sensitive to caffeine that I could not drink a cup of coffee after 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I would be up all night long. So thanks to Dr. Bramwell, I tried it at night. And now I have a cup of coffee every night before bedtime. And I wake up the next morning before my alarm go off, and I'm doing all kinds of things around the house before I come to work. But I take all 4 of the products. I have my Valet and my Flare in the morning. And just before we started, we were talking about the Tava Lava experience. I have to be cautious with the tea because the experience is as is advertised to be. But I use it on a regular basis and I like it. I mean, I just feel great.
Yeah.
And this is the me you see is not the me that I have been for many months. This is great. I'm feeling wonderful.
Yeah. So, we've been in business a little over a year here at Tava. And, where do you see yourself here by October? I'm going to put an October date on you, Dr. Tolliver.
Well, I'm trying to make director this month. So by October, I'll say executive director is kind of rolling off my tongue right now, maybe.
You know what, Dr. Tolliver? I'm going to say something to you. I want to talk to you after Saturday.
Okay.
We have some things that we're going to talk about on Saturday. Mr. Lloyd has gone crazy. We've tried to stop him from making these announcements on Saturday, but he feels a need that he needs to do it on Saturday. So you may be saying diamond after Saturday.
Oh, okay.
You may be saying diamond after Saturday. And, also what may happen after Saturday, you're going to be closer to getting those bills paid for that you talked about from medical school. You'll be able to wipe that clean. Okay. After you hear what we're going to talk about on Saturday.
I'm looking forward to it. I will tell you that I have double diamond on my vision board though.
See, I knew it. You know why I knew that? Because anybody and I hope you guys are really catching what she's saying. And you put your mind to something, you could do it. Not only is she an engineer, she's also a pediatrician, and she's also here at Tava. That is somebody who is driven. This is somebody who's driven. That is why it's so important that you're always tagging people so they can hear these amazing stories, because she's very accomplished, but she's also accomplished here at Tava. So I'm super excited to have you on board. That's why I wanted to reach out to you, Dr. Tolliver, because I see you every night. You may not say much. Sometimes you chime in when I do those calls like every other night. And you may say, hey, Kevin, I'm here. I have a testimonial. And so it's always great to hear from you. And but really quick before we let you go, being new in network marketing, what tips will you give someone here that's just getting started?
Well, from one of the mindset calls, I've heard patience and persistence. And I've always been persistent. I'm not always patient. But it's one of those things you have to decide that this is right for you, and don't let what anybody else deter you. You just don't let what they say make a difference. You do you, and make up your mind that you're going to be successful at it.
That's right. Well, listen, I appreciate you. Are you going to be on tonight on the 8 p.m. call?
Very likely.
Okay. And then Lachelle and I have a call here this evening too, so you don't want to miss that call. Okay, so we'll talk about that later on the show.
All righty.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Tolliver. You all show Dr. Tolliver some love, show us some hearts and some thumbs up. Man, she is very smart, very brilliant lady there. And I know of another doctor. He's an attorney, but he's also a medical doctor in North Carolina. So that's a lot. And she said she wasn't patient, but I totally disagree, because you have to have patience to be dual degree like that. And but she loves what she does, and she also has a passion for people. And if you have a passion for people, Tava is definitely the place for you. So I can see why she's here at Tava, and she has a serving heart and a serving spirit. So again, Dr. Tolliver, we thank you. We appreciate you for all you're doing for Tava. So if you want to hang out with us, I see you back there in the back, but if you need to get back, that's fine too. So, all right. So next up, this young lady, she's been on before, and I thought it would be fitting to bring her back on here because she's super busy. We're all super busy. Everybody's super busy. We all have lives, but this young lady, she's never done network marketing either. She's been with Tava a full year. And, I wanted to bring her back up because I had some questions for her. And that's none other than Tawana. Miss Tawana Tarbeart, how are you today? You're muted.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tawana, listen, I recall, and it's not to embarrass you, I remember when we did our first call for you probably about a year ago, and you didn't want to do the call. I think I did your calls 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks straight. And you, like I said, you're very busy, but once I cut you loose, you got busier. It was hard at first. It was hard. You were like, as I start telling you, like, I wasn't available. And but I did that for a reason, because I knew you could do it. I clipped your wings, and you begin to soar. And so I want you to know I'm super proud of you, for saying yes. And but like I said, you're very busy. Tell everybody, where you reside, where you're from, and how long you've been a part of Tava.
Well, thank you for that, by the way. I am currently in Atlanta. This is my new home for about 2 years now, but originally from New York. So I've been here for about 2 years. I am an executive vice president. I got a promotion recently. So I'm executive vice president at a company here in Atlanta. And I manage a larger team now. Now I have almost 250 people as of a couple of weeks ago, and manage a big portfolio for the company. So that's my day job, I say, which is turned sometimes into my night job. But Tava is my new night job, apparently.
It is, and like I say, you're busy, but you've hung in here, and you've had some ups and you've had some downs, and I want you to start with the downs first, and because oftentimes even like social media, people put things that are good on social media. They don't talk about the bad things on social media, but they always put their good out. But you've had some down times, and like I say, some good times. So but you're still here, and that's what's important. So just kind of speak to everybody about the down times you had. Let's start there first, and and why you kept going.
Yeah. So again, first time in network marketing. So Mr. Tony Fleming definitely gave me some tips in the beginning. Him and Mr. Greg Dotson kind of told me, oh, it's going to be this way. And I'm thinking, come on, I'm a leader. I got influence. This should be a piece of cake, right? So the downtime for me was really starting to reach out to people who I respected and admired, who I thought respected and admired me. And when I told them about Tava and what I was doing, I got some kind of raised eyebrows. I got some doubters. I got a lot of people saying, why? You're an executive vice president in corporate. You're doing great. Why are you doing this little thing on the side? Why are you wasting your time? And for me, anything I do with deliberate intent, right? So I really had to think about why I was doing it. My why for Tava was really, I tried the products, right? That was the main thing. And then the persistence of Tony Fleming's mindset calls, Greg Dotson being available all the time. Without those two and the mindset and personal development, I probably would not be here, because there were some times I'm thinking, I'm not used to people not answering my calls, right? I'm not used to people not returning my emails or getting back to me with things. So I had to really shift from my leadership in corporate to saying, you know what, I'm a baby in this industry. I'm just in my first year finishing. I'm a freshman, right? So I just really started to learn and really take things to a different level. So I'm still here, but it's definitely been some down times where I was thinking, yeah, I don't know if this is for me.
But you know what though, Tawana, you said something a little while ago, and it's pretty powerful. You talked about the mindset calls, and I'm gonna talk about me, and I'm gonna come back and hopefully it's done the same thing. For me, a lot of people will look at network marketing, and they say it's one of those things you're doing. I was told the same thing 16 years ago. My wife was told the same thing 16 years ago. You're doing some of those. You're doing that little thing, and don't you find that, you talked about having those mindset calls with Tony? People in network marketing, it is a total mindset. It's a different mindset. But when you say it also transitions to the boardroom as well, would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And I think that's where one of my missteps. I was very successful in corporate. I had a way to do it. I had a process. I had a way of thinking. And I really didn't think that it could translate into network marketing. And I think that's where I went wrong. And in both ways, I think after realizing the personal development and mindset is really a leadership quality, right? And I got 10 different awards for leadership in my corporate world. And I needed to bring those gifts and talents over to Tava, just like I take that mindset back into my corporate environment. So it's definitely relatable. I mean, you can use those same things that you do in corporate and network marketing. And I've definitely learned a lot about network marketing and learned a lot about myself and people through network marketing that I have definitely used in my corporate world for sure.
Yeah. And it's, the reason why, because, we get told no so much in network marketing. And then by the time you get back to the boardroom, nothing phases you, right?
Right.
Would that be a true statement too? Nothing really phases you, because you're told no, but you have to work through the no's.
Yes.
And because network marketing, and I tell people all the time, Tawana, you develop relationships. And I think I said this a few weeks ago on here. My wife and I, we've been involved as a family in network marketing for 16 years. And I ask her a lot. I could be like, where do we know that person from? Because I have so many contacts. If you call me about anything, I could probably flip through my phone and just say, oh, here you go. Call this person. But guess what? It all goes back to I met that person in network marketing. And, it's about developing a relationship. So I want to say we're so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you said yes. And I'm so glad you're still here a year later. So that's very special. But listen, the products, I know you got hooked on the products. You were sampled the products, and that's what got you first.
Yes.
And tell everybody how you were sampled the products and who sampled you the products, and, what you start doing and how the products affected you.
Well, I had the privilege of being at a presentation given by Mr. Tony Fleming, invited by Greg Dotson. And so, you hear Tony, right? I mean, come on, right? So he was the first, my first foray into the products. So I tried the products after that. And kind of, the detox, it always started with the detox. Did the detox had, I'm like, okay, this is okay. We'll see what happens. And tried all the products before the coffee even came out. And the products for me was instrumental. And again, losing almost 27 pounds in 60 days with a broken foot. And that to me was the start of it. And I said, you know what, I believe in the product now. Now I can see how it can actually translate into business. I'm always business minded. So I'm thinking of how I can turn this into something positive for myself and my family. And that's when it started for me there. Now, my first product, of course, I loved was, the Valet 30. Right? And I told the story recently on a presentation how I was going through a moment a little while ago and I cut my hair. I went and got a big chop, big change. And it was an inch long. And I know you've heard testimonies about the Valet 30 and the biotin in it and how it grows. I'm telling you, you look at my stories, you guys will see how much my hair has grown just really using the product. So again, I'm always a product of the product. I love being able to say these products work for me. And it's been great. So that's what was my first foray into it. And then, you come out with the flare. I mean, it's just like, I can't even pick a favorite anymore. And, the coffee just really just blew it open for me. So really, you look at it, I'm just kind of, which one I go from day to day. It depends on my day. Today, my favorite is flare. You know why? Because I was just getting a delivery and I got the new package of my flare. Look at that, promoting the flare.
Yeah.
My favorite because it will keep me today. It's already 3. I've been up since early morning. I'm going to have a late night. We got issues going on at my job. That flare will make sure that I'm able to get it throughout the day. So the flare is my favorite today. Ask me tomorrow, it might be the coffee though.
I know, right? So congratulations on, I mean, there's more than 27 pounds now. So that's amazing. You all share some love and some hearts. Because 27 pounds, that's amazing. And you know, she says she did it with a broken foot, but also you're my Peloton pal too. So I know you ride Peloton too. How many days a week do you ride Peloton?
All the time. Tava Fit T, that's my handle right there. You'll see me on the leaderboard on that Peloton. I haven't seen you up there, Kevin. I don't know what's up, but
I'm so embarrassed, girl, to tell you what number I'm at on Peloton, because that's not what I do. I'm not I get on there, but at least 4 days a week. But my thing is the HIIT workout. So
yes,
but I'm probably number 100. So how many people is it up there? About 29,000 or something crazy, 100,000. I don't know. So my number is awful. I don't even look at it.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah. But listen, let's go back to, as I see some people in the chat talking about, you know, the same thing, you know, happened to them. You know, they thought that it would transfer, you know, from the corporate world to Tava. And I think it's important to kind of stay on that topic for a little bit because, you know, oftentimes we'll come, and I'm speaking from experience because I experienced the same thing, you know, my wife, but, you know, we stayed after it. But for us, it was the relationships, it was the personal development, it was getting around the people that were like-minded, because it's kind of like you almost have to shed your skin, like to become somebody else. That's the way I felt. I felt like I had to shed my skin and become, and this is a true story. And, you know, I always pay homage to our CEO and founder. I would listen to them when they were in their first company. And, you know, I would pick up little things from everybody in the industry of network marketing. Okay. It wasn't just about my team, what my team was doing. I would pick up things from a Kenny Lloyd. I would pick up things from a Holton or a Liddell. And I would pick up different, just Shondaria Dow. These are names you all probably hadn't heard. And I would make them my own. And when we started to do that, that's when we, you know, just took off, because, you know, people come in and they use all the right lingo, like it's on fire. That's great. But sometimes you have to make things, not sometime, I do know you have to make things your own and listen to different people in different legs of business, different companies, and just make it your own and make you comfortable. And for me, you know, even, you know, you all hear Mr. Lloyd talk about how I had to get my footing here at Tava because I had been on the corporate side for so long that I forgot what a distributor was, because I kind of lost my footing, and it was okay. But, you know, for network marketers that you're on here listening right now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You have to stay around the people that are doing it. You have to get on the calls that are doing it. It doesn't matter if it's not your team, whose team, it doesn't matter, because again, I'm speaking from experience. And I would get on those calls and I would take notes and say, I'm gonna say exactly how Tawana said it, because obviously Tawana is getting, you know, some good results. So I'm gonna get on there. Okay. I'm gonna say it like Tava Boss Honey because she's getting some results. I'm gonna say what Sabrina Wright said because she's getting some results. And what we would do, man, it was so painful. Tawana, I'm supposed to be talking to you, but I'm excited. It was so painful. My wife, we would argue in a good way, in a loving way, and she'd make me stand in front of the mirror and say it like this. I don't want to say it like that. I want to say it like this. But you know why? Because success is a painful process.
It is. It is. I'm gonna tell you, I've had, you know, and I have to relate it to, you know, my corporate experiences coming up in corporate America. And my background is in technology. So there was not a lot of women in technology. There was not a lot of computer developers. I was in a male dominated field. I was an African-American woman, and it was always difficult. And I always had to continue to prove myself, to keep, and I figured it out after a long time. The whole purpose of my purpose was my purpose. I was not gonna let anybody stand in the way of my purpose. So after I got past the naysayers, I got past the people who doubted me. And even in that field, for me to be an executive vice president in my company, and I look back at the people who never thought I would get there, I have that same mindset. And I think, again, personal development mindset, I think I've said mindset this past year more than I've ever said in my life, right? But the mindset is really there, being around the people with the same mindset, because now it doesn't bother me. And I told you initially, I was getting the nose and I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. And I remember Tony Fleming asked me, he said, are you popular or do you have influence? And I'm thinking, you know, I think I'm both, really, right? I got influence because of work, but again, you have influence with people who are paid, right, to do things for you, right? They have a job to do. Do you have that same influence? But how do I get those people? People still wouldn't follow you, right? You have to have something to make them follow you. And I needed to translate that into what I'm doing. I had them separate for a long time. It was my corporate life, and then I put on my network marketer life, right? I had to kind of start merging them. And that's what I'm doing now, really merging the two, using what I've learned from the mindset, using what I've learned from years of leadership to really take Tava to the success that I've had in corporate. So that's my goal.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
you're absolutely right, Tawana. And another thing I think we do, because it's human nature, and again, I'm speaking from experience, where I thought, I knew it all. And I couldn't always be the smartest person in the room. And as cliche as that may sound, I really kind of take a self-examination of myself probably every 90 days, to see who's in my circle. When I say circle, I don't mean, who's on my side, who's going to challenge me. Number one, my wife is going to always challenge me to be the very best. And I have to take a self-evaluation, probably every 90 days. And as Mr. Lloyd, you all heard him say if you've been on some of his calls. And for me, that's where he talks about having a conscious interrupt. And, because if you're around the same people and listening to the same thing, it's like listening to the radio. I believe we're programmed to listen to certain things. Well, the same thing works for people. So I have to be around the energy. I have to be around the energy of people because if you vibrate on a certain frequency, I believe that is so true, because anytime we vibrate on a low frequency, which for me, low frequency mean negativity. I can't vibrate on negativity. So, that personal development that you're talking about, and I know what Tony talks about all the time, that's really what it is. You have to vibe, as the young people would say. I don't even know if the young people use vibe anymore. I think that's what we used to say, Tawana. But I have to vibe with people, not just from a business level, because everybody's not going to do Tava, but you have to have certain people outside of Tava that you could talk to run things by. So I asked that question, do you have people that you could run things by? Because you have to be steered in the right direction.
I do. Again, my team and network marketing, right? My Tava team, my elite team it's really there. And that's the great thing about it. And you and I have talked several times after hours, just to kind of get a different perspective on things. But definitely my Tava team here is really supportive, and I've learned tremendously, which, I again had to take a step back. I'm not a leader in this business. I'm a rookie here. So I took the time to really learn, and I've still been learning. And I also have those people who actually have seen me consistently do this. It's been a year now. And they're like, okay, you're still doing it. You're still in it. So now people are starting to listen now people are starting to look. And I think it's really those people who know me, who know I wouldn't bring them anything that I didn't truly believe in, and nothing that I didn't truly vet out. They know me enough to know that what I'm doing has to be something in it for me to continue to do it for a year. So I definitely rely heavily on my team for knowledge. I learned so much from all the presentations, from all the people on my team who do presentations, who've been in this business. I learned a lot from Tony, Greg, and definitely you. And watching all the presentations that happen is something that I make a point of doing, because it's something I continuously need to learn. I learn something new every day. I really do. Not just about myself, but about this business, about our products. I learn something every day, and that's important for me.
You know what? You're and two things. Mr. Lord also talks about the brick wall being an illusion. If you run against that brick wall, it's just an illusion. And I hope y'all caught that. He says it all the time to us. That brick wall is just an illusion. And again, that's where you have to, seek that counsel of knowledge. And sometimes it's painful, to pick up the phone and call somebody who may know a little bit more than you. But guess what? I'm here to tell you, you have to stop thinking like that. You have to stop thinking like, I know what to do, but no, you really don't know what to do, because I make calls to say, what do you think about this? Not about what I'm doing wrong. Nobody wants to get beat up over the head to talk about what they're doing wrong.
Right.
And he's right. That brick wall is just it's an illusion, because you won't pick up the phone and call someone or meet someone and just to have some dialogue about, what you should be doing.
Let me tell you, I had someone who I was trying to talk to about the business, an old friend who was moving to Atlanta. And I started talking to her about Tava. And before you know it, I had lost control of the conversation. She had been in a network marketing company previous, so she's throwing out the buzzwords and the key stuff. And I'm sitting here saying, wait a minute, I thought I was telling you now because of, her now, I started to feel a little bit intimidated, honestly, because I'm like, okay, she talking things that I'm just learning. She sounds like she know more than me. And I mentioned that to Mr. Fleming, and I was telling him about that. And I said, okay, so she's all down. She's going to do it. She's going to do the builder's pack, and she's going to come in. And I'm like, I had to let go of that fear of not having the knowledge, right? And just let her bring it in, and just told her what I know about Tava. I do know about Tava and the support we have and the company and the products. That was my wheelhouse. She can throw out all the keywords about uplines and all these other things, but I had to kind of let go of that because I'm still in this space. I can talk about what I know, and that's what I always do. I don't talk about things I don't know, but I do talk about what I know. And I do know Tava, I know the support system, and I know the products. But yeah, you have to kind of get past that sometime. But I've had it's been some interesting challenges for me. But again, I'm still here, thankfully, because of the support system that I have.
Yeah, well, let me give everybody a tip because you just keep sparking something in me. Let me give everybody a tip. And I hope you all catch this tip. And you say when you were meeting with this person, you were talking to this person, and you got so excited and carried away. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay to get carried away. I do it too, because especially when you're passionate about something, right? But here's where I had to learn early on. And man, when I tell you, I remember every mentor. I just remember everybody. And I won't say this lady's name, but she's retired from the industry. When I say retired, I mean in a good way, millions of dollars ways, who did right by her money. See, a lot of people retire because they don't have no money, or they just looking for another company. Okay, so shouldn't have said that. I said it. Okay, but but I had to learn to be quiet. And she told me, she said, Kevin, let me tell you how you can get as many people as possible enrolled into your business. She said, if you would just listen what they say, she said, you don't listen. She was hard on me. She's very hard, but that was the first year we did $1 million. Okay. And she was very hard. And she said, you don't listen. If you listen to what people want, like right here, she's pointing at her heart. She said, if you really listen, they will tell you what they want if you just ask them a simple question. If they're talking about their kids, you need to hone in on their kids, meaning like, well, dang, have you thought about how you're going to put your kids in school? Mm-hmm. That's the conversation. She's like, you always lead with the money. You always talking about the products. You won't let me get one word out. And once it took me a minute to catch it. And once I caught it, when I caught what she was saying to me, all she was saying, Dr. Tolliver, let them tell you what they want. You can, so I started picking up the phone, just having general conversation with people. Well, Tawana, have you thought about how you're going to put the kids in school? Have you thought about how you're going to take care of your parents when they get older? Because people, when you pull at their heartstrings, I call them pulling at their heartstring. If you're passionate about their family and their kids, their husband, their spouse, or whatever, okay, that's something that they think about. I never thought about that. You said you wanted to move next year, Tawana. Have you thought about how you're going to do it? No, I hadn't thought about that. I'm going to need some extra money. That opens the door. When I learned that, Tawana, man, that's when it exploded. So
I can see that, because I definitely had to learn that for sure, because it's just, I'm so excited. I'm talking to them about it. And I usually talk about the products, that's where that's my comfort level, right? I talk about the products, not more about the business. And I've learned to really just kind of sit back and say, wait a minute, I had this whole conversation and I must have missed something, because I thought we were on the same page, right? And not. So that's definitely some good advice that I definitely have learned, again, in my freshman year here at Tava, for sure.
Yeah, you're sophomore now. You're sophomore. So
that's right. That's right. Growing up.
You skip a grade though. Okay. You have to go through this sophomore class. So okay.
Listen, and I am in a class, my peers, my classmates. I got, LaVonda Johnson, I got Pamela Boutte, Dr. Nicole Bromwell, Charlene Thomas. I got some great classmates, right? And these classmates helped me kind of learn and grow, because again, this is not my wheelhouse. Now, if they want to come to corporate, I could talk all day about that. I could teach them something there. But I'm learning a lot from all those people on my team here at Tava, and it's really, I appreciate it. I'm so appreciative of every one of them.
Well, listen, we appreciate you, but real quick before we let you go, you going to Jamaica?
Jamaica, me, man.
All right, I love it. I love it. So, but listen, so look, we're super proud of you. You know, thanks for saying yes. And you know, here's another thing before we let you run. You know, keep going. I want to encourage not only you but everybody on here. And again, it's always experience talking with me, because my wife and I would have to tell ourselves to keep going. And when our lives begin to change, people stop saying that little old thing. People start looking like, oh my God, it's totally shifted. I'm not talking about material things.
Right.
I'm talking about peace of mind.
Yes.
Peace of mind for me. I never forget, you know, I got fired. I'll say it. Rocky, wake up.
You and me both.
I got fired from the job because I was doing, you know, my first company. And I just remember them coming in, you know, letting me go. But they let me go because my attention wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
My attention wasn't there. All the bills were paid home. And I never forget riding down the street somewhere here in Atlanta, just exhaling like, oh. It was like the weight lifted off my shoulders, because we had worked so hard. And then my wife left. And then from there, we just have not looked back. So I want to encourage you guys, but you have to, you know, go after it. You have to go after it to make those type things happen. And is again, the conscious interrupt. So I hope you guys are listening to go after it for your family. So Tawana, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see you before Jamaica, but definitely we'll see you in Jamaica. So
absolutely.
So much.
Thank you.
All right. So listen, that was Tawana. I tell you, she is an amazing force here, as well as Dr. Tolliver. What in the HE double? What you doing on here? What? With a mask on? You just cannot let me go today. What is going on? And you're muted. Keep her muted, Rocky. You're muted. We don't hear you. This is Tava Speaks, not Wealth Building Wednesday. Unmute yourself.
All right, Kevin, can you hear me now?
We can, but I mean, what you doing on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what you want? What? What? We hear you.
Hey, I heard Jamaica. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but this is Tava Speaks. This is welcome. What do you want?
Wait a minute. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but
I'm here
because I heard Jamaica. And that's why I popped in, man, because I don't think that the people understood what you said when you told them that Kenny opened it up. And if they were Building Wednesday last night, they have the opportunity to go to But I also want to let you know I am out in these Houston streets getting ready for Saturday. Did you tell them about Saturday yet?
I don't want to lose my job. No. Nope. I think I just got in. I've been here a good 2 years now. I do not want to lose my job. So you want to tell them something? She can't hear me. Okay. Rock. You can't hear us, Lachelle?
Kevin, I cannot hear you. I don't know why, but let me tell you guys, because I don't know what Kevin said. But let me tell you guys, I am out here handling the business right now because we have something big going down on Saturday. Okay, like super duper exciting. Okay, do not miss it. Do not miss it. Do not miss Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Time. I know you guys are used to us having training. Well, guess what? This Saturday, we've got something big planned for you. Yeah, that's it, man. Get it, Rocky. Well, do the thing. Come on down for some kind of Saturday. Okay, you guys? It's really going to be special. It's really going to be fun. And we are really going to have a big announcement. All right. Take me out, Coach. I just had to let y'all know I got to get back to work. I got to be ready for Saturday. And I'll see y'all in Jamaica.
All right. So listen, the last thing that we have, make sure today, yes, it will be an amazing announcement today. I promise you guys, it is going to rain. It is rain in the forecast today because we're going to start dropping stuff today. Today is going to be amazing. Today is going to be amazing. You all are going to close out strong. But guess what? Saturday, like Lachelle said, but before Saturday, we wanted to do the calm before the storm on Saturday. So make sure, Rocky, throw that banner back up there. What time is it again? 6 p.m. Nope, not that one. The rain. We want to do the calm before the storm because at 6 p.m. Central, make sure that you come back to the HQ page here on Facebook. Look, make sure that you are inviting people that are looking at Tava, people who aren't looking at Tava. You want to make sure that they are around for the next 72 hours. Make sure that they're around for the next 72 hours. So thank you guys so much for joining another edition of Tava Speaks. And I want you guys to know we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we will see you guys at 6 p.m. Central. Thanks to my special guest, Dr. Cheryl Tolliver and Tawana Tarbeart for coming on here today. And hopefully you guys will go back and watch this because I hope it was helpful for each and every one of you guys. Rocky, thank you so much, baby. Appreciate you. Take us out.
Night to the AM. New multi-millionaires in the making. Big boss now, but it out to some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah, they know us. We can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top of lifestyle, give life. 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 We go top of lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top of lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Hey, big grind from the night to the AM. New multi-millionaires in the making. Big boss now, but it out to some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation.